Hello to my Farmingdale family. This is Paul Defendini, and today is Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. I'm calling tonight for two reasons. The first is to let you know that Farmingdale High School and Howitt Middle School will be operating on a virtual schedule tomorrow, Monday, November 23rd, 2020. Despite our best efforts, we have not been able to overcome the large number of positive cases we have recently experienced, including new cases that were reported earlier this evening. All other buildings in the district will operate on a normal schedule and will be open to live learning. A formal letter will be sent out later this evening. The second reason for my call is causing me a crisis of conscience. Throughout this pandemic, I have tried to the best of my ability to stay in my lane. My calls and my correspondence have all centered around events that have everything to do with our schools, while being very careful not to overstep my role and communicate with you about decisions that are of a personal nature. But here's the deal. Lately, it appears the decisions of a personal nature are beginning to affect our ability to maintain a consistent live instructional environment for our students. The fact of the matter is that we have experienced a dramatic increase in the number of COVID-19 cases that are coming from outside of our buildings. Our staff and our students have largely been able to follow the rules we put in place over the summer, and as such, our schools have not been a responsible party to the spread of COVID-19. All the recent problems we are experiencing right now are coming from the outside. I'm smart enough to know not to tell you what it is that you should do with your personal lives or your children's lives outside the walls of Farmingdale schools. That is outside my lane and not something that I feel comfortable doing. But what I can tell you is that the decisions that we are making are having an effect on our ability to continue live learning. The simple fact is, it takes a considerable amount of time to contact trace and disinfect our buildings following positive cases. A case here or there is something we can handle, but upwards of 6 cases in a day will shut us down for the day, and in some instances, could cause prolonged closure. If the trend continues, or dare I say, gets worse, the ability for us to continue to keep our doors open for live learning is in jeopardy. I don't want to be preachy. It's not my place. But at the same time, I know full well that if things don't change, we are on the trajectory where keeping our doors open for daily live instruction is going to become nearly impossible. I'm talking to you today not only as your superintendent, but also as a father of 2 children in this community. I know the value of live instruction, and you have my word that as long as it is safe to do so, we will continue to fight to keep our doors open for live learning. As a fellow Daler, I have never found it difficult to fight for the right thing. It is what we all do every day. But this is not an issue that any one of us can tackle alone. We need to do this together. Anything we could do, from wearing our masks to keeping the large gatherings down to washing our hands, will only assist us in our ability to keep our kids in school. We need to make sure that our kids are also being responsible outside of school. I apologize in advance if, for whatever the reason, you believe that I am outside of my lane. But my moral imperative compels me to fight for our kids in order to keep our live instructional environment going. Whatever you could do in the days, weeks, and months ahead to minimize the spread of this virus will only help to keep our kids in school, which is where I believe they need to be. I hope that you have a great holiday season, and I hope that together we can be as diligent as possible to give our kids every chance to attend school in person. Let's do this together. Let's show our kids how much we care about live instruction by doing the little things. In the end, it has always been my contention that that's what Dalers do. Dalers do the little things. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, and I wish you all a safe and happy Thanksgiving break.